This is my response to paper 14, number 14. Okay, so in this paper, in the first paragraph, the student explains how he or she switched from one major to another, from psychology to communication. And in the second paragraph, the student explains his or her understanding of what communication is, what the major communication is, and how that's relevant to what he or she wants to do for a career. And in the last paragraph, how this course specifically will help him or her professionally. Okay. There are some spelling and grammar errors, and I marked them on the paper. And I actually had a question. In the paper, student uses the word decide very often. The student actually uses the word decide 5 times. And I think he or she needs to work on more on word choices. And the question that I had is how people use the word decide. Okay, because in the first use, the student says, "I decided that I didn't like psychology." Okay. And in the second use of the word decide, he or she says, "So I decided I wanted to do some more research on this major." The question that I have is the meaning of the word decide. To me, the word decide has meanings such as to make a final choice or to make a judgment about something, or to make a choice in action. So to me, it's a little bit confusing when someone says he or she decides that he or she doesn't like something, because to me, liking something is not something that you decide, but rather liking something is rather a state of emotion. Okay, it's something that happens rather than you decide. So I think you can say I decided. I'm sorry. I think it's better to say I learned, or I concluded, or I realized that I didn't like psychology. Then I decided that I didn't like psychology. Or in the second example, in the second use of the word decide, here it says I decided I wanted to do some more research. To me, it's better to say I decided to do some more research. Okay, because like the verb like, want is also a word that describes the status of emotion. Okay, you want something, not because you necessarily choose to do so, but it's rather an action that happens. Okay, so I think you can say I decided to try to want to do some more research. Okay, you can decide to try to want, but I don't think you can decide. I don't think you can decide to want something. I don't know. That's just my opinion as a non-native speaker of English. But I thought I'll just ask the question to the student. Okay. All right. So that's a comment for now. Actually, another comment is to write it in page numbers in the remaining assignment, and to include a title for the paper. Okay.